What it do? Bedtime crew. Hey man, listen, today I'm here with the depressing banger. Today I'm going to be talking about the saddest UFC downfalls. I'm going to be doing a tier list of the currently ongoing tragic downfalls in the UFC. So there is not an all-time downfalls list happening today. This is the current ongoing downfalls. If you're in the S and the A tier, this is like Greek tragedy level. You're cooked. It's over, hang it up. Rest in peace to a real one. If you're in the C and the D, you might be able to turn it around. You might be able to come back like Dennis Schroeder's hairline, like Marab's hairline. But, you're still kind of a tragedy at the moment. So let's jump into this, starting off with somebody I would say positively, absolutely cooked. Tai Tua, bro. He looks like a Reddit moderator. Somebody commented that on a video, bro. Congrats, because that's fucking true. Tuivasa's on a 4-fight finish streak. He's on a 4-fight finish. I'm wearing a Tuivasa shirt right now, dude. And I have to admit that this guy is absolutely fucking cooked. He is running around Planet Fitness training for his fights. He's getting mogged by March and Tybura inside of 3 minutes. I mean, what do you even fucking do with Tai Tuivasa at this point? The downfall has been crazy. The fall off. I mean, this is a Fetty Wap level fall off from my boy Tuivasa. I have to put him in the A tier, dude. There is no coming back from this, dude. There's no coming back. He's absolutely positively done. I would not be surprised to see him boxing or in the PFL fighting in Ngannou soon. Tai Tuivasa, say goodbye, brother. Let's move on to another, fighter that lives close to me. He's not as cooked as Tuivasa. He just got kind of embarrassed, but I do think he'll come back. Right now, though, Israel Adesanya. I had to fall off like a skydiver. Trust. All right, I had to fall down like an elevator so I could rise back up. Israel Adesanya. Now he's not going to consider himself a downfall because this is all part of his anime storyline, of course. This is part of his arc, but I've got to put him in the C tier simply because he is only 2-2 in his last 4. It's not as bad as being 0-4, but it's just the fact that he got absolutely fucking embarrassed by Sean Strickland in the fight. And then before the fight as well, here's the fucking thing about the Chinaman, you guys. He's fucking dogs, you guys. We gotta fucking take care of this guy, dude. And Izzy had nothing to say, and you thought, oh shit, he's gonna fuck him up on fight day, and then he just got absolutely mogged. And very embarrassing, very tragic downfall, lost his belt. Everybody moved on. Everybody celebrated his downfall. So that's how you know it's a real one. It's redeemable, though. So I'm going to only put him in the C tier because he can come back from it. I do think he'll low-key beat Dricus if he gets a title shot. It's bullshit. He shouldn't be getting a title shot, but I do think he'll win, unfortunately. So Israel Adesanya, I'm only going to put him in the C tier. It's pretty redeemable, but it is also quite embarrassing. Let's move on to the most recent entry in the King of Downfall, landscape. Oh my fucking god, what did I do? Oh shit, did I fix it? Hold on, I'll edit that out, guys. Sorry, man. Let me fix that. Yeah, there you go, guys. I'll fix that. Oh shit, never mind. Hold on, guys. Let me just fix it. I'll edit it out, guys. Don't worry, man. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm the best editor on YouTube. I'll fix that. Just edit out that whole part. All right, let's jump back into it. Okay. Next up on the tier list, guys, I'm gonna put the most recent downfall, Vicente Luque. I'm gonna put him only in the B tier. Because, there's nothing wrong with losing to the GOAT Joaquin Buckley. I predicted that. I knew it was going to happen, guys. So, you should have came and asked the king. But all jokes aside, it's not as bad because we like Vicente Luque, right? It's not a tragic, Jesus Christ, he's cooked, but it is pretty bad. Like, it's not Tuivasa bad, but it's getting there. Getting fucked up by Jeff Neal, brain bleed. Obviously, he beat Luque, but then the fight against Buckley, I think a lot of people are kind of considering him washed. They're saying he should retire. And I believe that puts you near the A tier, but not as badly because he's not getting finished like 4 times in a row. So I think B tier is pretty fair for Vicente Luque. He did look absolutely washed in that fight. I'm not going to lie, bro. He literally turned into fucking prime Kron Gracie against Joaquin Buckley. And yeah, I like Buckley, but that is definitely more of a sign of Vicente Luque's downfall than I would say, oh my god, Buckley's just improved so fucking much. Like, he's a good fighter, but yeah, he got melted by Buckley. And it's probably his health that's caught up to him. So I like Vicente Luque. I'm not going to make jokes about this, but he does belong on the tier list. And I feel like I would be not doing my, my job here as an MMA YouTuber. I mean, I take my job very seriously, guys. I would be not doing my job if I didn't put him on this list. Let's move on to another guy that, you hate to fucking see it, dude. You hate to see it happen to a real one, to a Chad like this. Beneil Dariush is going A tier, bro. Look at his photo. It looks like he just woke up, bro. What happened, guys? Don't worry about it, Benny. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry. Yeah, you're still a top 5 contender. Yeah, it's okay. Just go back to sleep, okay? Beneil Dariush downfall, bro. This shit, it hurts. This shit hurts, guys. And if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I was on the Beneil Dariush train. I thought this old motherfucker was gonna KO Islam. I really did, man. And seeing his tragic downfall, getting mogged by Charles and then smoked in like a minute by Arman Sarukian. Yeah, you're cooked, brother. He's already been chinned. It's not like he was miraculously lost his chin. Like, he was already kind of chinny, but 2 back-to-back brutal KOs like that, not only bad for his future, but also just proved he will never be a champion in the lightweight division. And he's definitely near the end of his career. And for that reason, I think the downfall is natural, but it has been brutal. It's been like stark. Like, it was just like, oh, fuck, yeah, he's cooked. So I have to put him in the A tier. I'm sorry, Beneil. I love you, bro. Let me move on to a fighter that's currently on a downfall, but he could turn it around. But I don't have sympathy for this guy. I don't feel bad for him like these other guys. I'm going to put Kevin Holland in the C tier. He's on a little bit of a downfall right now. This guy's fucking around, losing to Wonder Boy, losing to MVP. And like I said, it's self-inflicted. You could easily be on a good winning streak, bro. You could easily be building your way up at welterweight. But you took the Hamzat fight, respects for that. But then, you're like against Wonder Boy, I'm not going to wrestle. Against MVP, oh, I'm not going to wrestle, guys, don't worry, man. Against JDM, oh, let me just stand around and point fight with this boxer that's fucking me up. This guy's doing it to himself, man. And it's his mentality. He's talking about, oh, I don't want to be a champion. Who said I want to be a champion? If you're in it for the money, you're doing a good job. But, dude, eventually you got to feel some sort of, like, shame and some sort of disappointment that you're not trying and that you're just throwing away all your talent and all of your opportunities in the UFC. You're fighting big names. Dude, imagine if you subbed Wonder Boy when you fought him. You would have been in line for a title shot. If you beat JDM, you would have been getting the Kevin Holland, the Gilbert Burns fight, dude. So I just feel like Kevin Holland's downfall is self-inflicted, but he could turn it around. Like, he still has time. Will he turn it around? Probably fucking not. He'll just keep going like 50-50 or win 2, lose 1, win 2, lose 2, because he doesn't give a fuck. So Kevin Holland, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. I'm going to put you in the C tier, brother. Let me move on to, oh man, this fucking guy. I'm going to put Henry Cejudo in the B tier because, he is still a double champion. He has a great career. He can retire whenever he wants, but he's definitely dropped his stock so much by coming back and getting, bounced around by Merab and Aljo, dude. Like, you're getting passed around by the fucking Mario brothers, dude. Like, these 2 goofy goobers who just decision everybody. Like, Aljo is one of, like, the most flukiest fighters, and you got beat by Aljo, like, clearly, dude. And no shame in that. Aljo's a good fighter, but then, Merab picked him up, slammed him. I think his legacy is absolutely cooked if he loses to somebody that's not going to be a champion. Like, I think Merab will end up a champion eventually, and Aljo was a champion, so it's not that bad, but if he fights, like, I don't even know, Cheeto and loses, or he fights, like, Umar and loses, all right, you might be fucked, bro. And, Henry Cejudo is just not doing himself any favors, losing these fights, and then, listen, man. Listen, you guys, I think I need to win my next fight, guys. Seriously, dude, I don't think I'm going to fight in the UFC anymore if I lose, man. I think I might get cut, guys. Seriously, dude. Listen, man, listen, guys, I think my next opponent's going to try and beat me, man. I really do, man. I think Dana White's going to tell me to retire, guys. Seriously, man. So, Henry Cejudo, get your shit together, bro. But right now, this downfall is pretty bad. And I don't really see it turning around. I think he should just retire. But if he doesn't, maybe he moves into the A tier. Right now, I'm going to be respectful. You only lost to Merab and Aljo, so... But right now, you can go in the B tier just from that slam from Rob. If it was like a close fight with Rob, I'd put him in the C tier. But bro, you got fucking body slammed, little bro. So couldn't be me. Let's move on to the next fighter. This one's a tragedy, dude. Dominic Reyes, the king of the bots, my boy. Dominic Reyes, the bot that got turned up to legendary difficulty against John Jones, and then went on one of the most crazy downfalls I've ever seen. Got absolutely chicken-legged by Jan Blachowicz. KO'd by Ryan Spann, dude. Like, that was That's, oh god, fucking Ryan Spann. I can't stand Ryan Spann. And seeing that happen, that's when I knew it was over for my boy Reyes. Now, would I like him to come back and have a Chris Weidman W? Not with eye pokes. Hopefully some real punching could get him the job done. Yes, dude. But the downfall that he's had, the loss of his chin, you know, the loss of his perfect record, the loss against Jones that just changed his career. How can you not put this downfall in the A tier? This is one of the most sad, you know, depressing downfalls to watch in the UFC of all time, let alone talking about current downfalls going on. You have to put Reyes in the A tier. Yeah, really fucking sad to see. I've got a couple more left before we talk about the man in S tier. And this next one, it's kind of ongoing. It's kind of going under the radar. People aren't really talking about it as much as they should. Bryce Mitchell, brother. Now listen, if the earth ain't round, if the earth is round, then why am I laying flat on the canvas after Josh Emmett knocked me the fuck out, brother? Tell me that, brother, because I can't believe it. Bryce Mitchell, B tier downfall, dude. This is a pretty brutal fucking fall from grace. He was undefeated. And then Ilia Topuria mogged him. Not a bad loss in hindsight. Did better than Volk. Like, so I'm going to put Bryce, you know, Bryce Mitchell ain't even that bad. But then getting flatlined by Josh Emmett. You got motherfuckers thinking Josh Emmett beats Volk now. Including me. This guy literally, I want to say congratulations to Bryce Mitchell, bro. Because you have turned Josh Emmett back into a legit contender. I didn't think it could be done. I watched him fight Yair and I was like, holy fuck, this guy's trash. You know what I'm saying, dude? But Bryce Mitchell has convinced me that Josh Emmett is actually not bad now. So for that alone, you have to go in the B tier. But all jokes aside, super competitive fight with Dan Ige. I thought Dan Ige won that fight. He's not really a top 10 contender. He's kind of like a top 15 gatekeeper kind of guy. And he almost beat Bryce Mitchell. Like I said, I thought he beat Bryce Mitchell based on damage, but it is what it is. Smoked by Ilya, smoked by Josh Emmett. You know, pretty bad downfall from where he was a couple of years ago, where people were saying this guy's like the country Khabib, and now he's kind of a joke, I guess, to some fans. I think he's still a good fighter, but definitely has a lot of improvements to make if he wants to be a legit contender. I'm going to put Bryce Mitchell's downfall in the B tier. Let's move on to probably the most forgivable downfall, one of the most forgivable downfalls. I'm going to say Kamaru Usman can go in the D tier. He's not as bad as Izzy because he has lost 3 in a row, excuse me, but 2 of them are to Leon Edwards, who he already has a win over, so that's good for his legacy that he has a win over him. And he's the welterweight champion who's beating Colby as well, so it's not a bad loss. And then Chimaev, upper weight class on like a day's notice. That is the perfect don't count this towards my legacy loss to have. All the fans think that he won that fight. He didn't, by the way. It's just because you don't like Chimaev. Anyway, I did a video on most overhated fighters. Go check that out if you haven't seen it. But yeah, dude, like Kamaru Usman's downfall, it looks bad on paper, but it is quite explainable. It's like a Piotr Jan downfall, right? Like he might be kind of washed, but he has a way out to explain it, and he can turn it around. So for that reason, I would say that's D tier is pretty fair for Kamaru Usman. It's obviously bad for his legacy, but it's not like Jesus Christ. It's not like he got picked up and dumped by Chimaev like fucking Henry, dude. So I'm gonna put Kamaru Usman in the D tier. 2 more fighters left before we talk about the S tier. I think you know who the S tier is, dude. I'm going to be real. I think you know who it is, but let's talk about this guy. Anthony Smith. You're going to be in the C tier. He has had some embarrassing losses, but at the same time, it's Anthony Smith, dude. Like, I know that he thinks he's like the greatest light heavyweight ever, but it's not really a fall from grace if you go from being like the number 6th best light heavyweight to being like the number 12th. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're still mid. You're just slightly worse now. So Anthony Smith, he's had some bad losses, but they're all to good guys, I guess. It's not like he's losing to fucking scrubs. But at the same time, he's getting dominated by a lot of these guys, and it is clear that he's over the hill, and that any chance of him going on like a fluky title run. I thought he was going to pull some bullshit when he was like on that good run, and then Glover Teixeira fucked him up. I was like, oh no, this guy's really like actually going to start winning fights again. Like, we're going to deal with this guy fighting for the belt again. But yeah, Glover Teixeira saved us. And who else saved us? Alexander Rakic, Magomed Ankalaev. Shout out to my boys. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, man. Now, all jokes aside, Anthony Smith's a cool dude, but he's only C tier because, like I said, it's not a big fall from grace. It wasn't like he's a champion and then he fucking fell off. Like, he was like a mid-level contender and he fell off to like a slightly worse contender. So Anthony Smith, I'll put him in the C tier. Let's move on to the last one before we talk about the S tier, bro. Oh my fucking God, bro. The light behind him, it looks like he's in heaven already, dude. Oh my god, Volk, bro. You're doing my fucking head in, putting me in the fucking B tier, you know? It is what it is. I'm not gonna put him in the A tier simply out of cope, bro. Simply out of cope, I'm not gonna put this motherfucker in the A tier, bro. Even though I know in my heart it's over, I still believe he can beat Movsar Evloev. I still believe he can beat Arnold Allen if he needs to. I still think he can get a win in his next 5 fights. But yeah, Volk's downfall. I mean, he's only lost to good guys, but again, it's how you lose as well. Like Beneil Dariush lost to lightweight GOAT and guy who went to life and death with Islam Makhachev and who might beat Charles Oliveira. Not bad losses. It's just getting knocked the fuck out makes you like a tragic downfall. And Volk's been flatline KO'd by Islam and Ilia Topuria back to back, like dead on the canvas. So for that reason, I have to put Volk in the B tier. I'm not strong enough to accept that he's an A tier downfall. He might low-key be the S tier downfall if it wasn't for this guy, Tony Ferguson. This downfall is so tragic, I don't even talk about it on the channel. It's like Tony Ferguson died. I feel bad talking about this guy on my fucking YouTube channel. He's that tragic, bro. This guy's downfall needs to be studied, bro. I heard that phrase and I thought of Tony. And I made this video, dude. So Tony Ferguson is the person that comes to mind when you think of a tragic downfall. And for that reason, he is the S tier. He's the king of the downfalls. Let me know down below, guys. Who did I miss? Is there any other downfalls we need to talk about? What do you think of my list? Did I get anybody wrong? Did I put anybody in the perfect spot? Let me know in the comments down below. If you guys are enjoying the videos, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be uploading every second day while I'm in America. Then I'll go back to the daily uploads. So appreciate you guys putting up with me. Go follow me on Instagram at Bedtime MMA. See you in the next video, boys. Goodbye.